Top 10 Video Games of 2022 Intro. As we are reaching the climax of 2022, we can safely consider it a good year for gamers. Although there were no extraordinarily hyped releases, we still got to see many interesting AAA titles, making 2022 a good gaming year, despite many ups and downs. So here is our breakdown of the top 10 video games of 2022. 10. Pokémon Legends, Arceus. When Rockstar decided to upgrade their GTA games to 3D, it brought new enthusiasm to the series. Similarly, Pokémon Legends Arceus offers fully 3D gameplay like never before. The game is a huge commercial success, and is well loved by the audience and critics. The game sold 13.91 million copies by September. The game has been nominated for several awards, including the Best RPG Game of the Year title as well. The game got announced at the 25th Annual Pokémon Anniversary event on February 2021, and was released this year in January. Talking about the roleplay. This action role-playing game has amazing gameplay. It allows the player to roam freely across the game map. Players can unlock rideable Pokémon to travel faster, swim in water bodies, fly and climb as well. Pokémon found in different areas or habitat exhibit all sorts of interactions. Unlike previous games, players can be attacked by wild Pokémon. Players have to battle, capture or interact with Pokémon to make progress in their Pokédex entries, which is the ultimate objective in the game. Besides that, there are different side quests called requests which are given by NPCs. The game received generally favorable reviews. The overall story, gameplay, music, and everything make it a fun game for Nintendo players all across the globe, and a contender to be added to the best games of 2022 list. 9. A Plague Tale, Requiem. This is the sequel to the action-adventure survival horror game A Plague Tale: Innocence, which was released back in 2019. The game has been released for all major platforms including Nintendo, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS and Windows in October this year. The survival horror game experienced a good reception from action-adventure niche fans. The game was the 5th best-selling in the first week of its release in the United Kingdom. Around 1 million copies were sold within the month of the release. The game has also been nominated for several related to gameplay, music, visuals, design, etc. The gameplay is similar to its predecessor with improved combat systems. The game also offers larger locations and expanded stealth. The story revolves around the main character Amisha. Amisha must face French Inquisition soldiers and black hordes of rats, spreading the Black Plague. 8. Horizon Forbidden West. Horizon Forbidden West is the sequel to Horizon Zero Dawn, which was released in 2017. The developers decided to make everything bigger and better in this sequel. The game was a big success across the globe. It manages to become the bestseller in the first week of its release in the UK, followed by huge successes in Germany, Japan, and other regions as well. The game was also awarded the Best Storytelling Award at Golden Joysticks Award. It was nominated for several award titles as well. The game reintroduces the player to Aloy in the post-apocalyptic world. The story follows the journey of Aloy and her band of companions to the Forbidden West to find the source of the plague that kills all the infected persons, discovering all sorts of adventures, ecosystems, storms, and deadly machines tamed by tribes of nomadic raiders. The gameplay, graphics, and open-world experience are majestic, along with the story narration, earn it a spot in our list of best games of 2022. 7. Ghostwire, Tokyo's population has mysteriously vanished, while deadly paranormal visitors have taken over. This first-person shooter game has various elements of a spectacular game, which makes it loved and well-rated by players. Players take the role of the main character Akido, a young man who wakes up alone in a ward in Shibuya, only to realize that the city is infested with paranormal visitors, after a mysterious fog appeared. Now the protagonist must inspect and fight against the invasion. The gameplay feels like a seamless blend of two separate types of video games. It is an action-adventure first-person shooter at its core, full of horrifying monsters, headless schoolgirls, who will charge at you and attack you. The game comes from the studio founded by the creator of Resident Evil, Shinji Mikami. Without a doubt, the game is one of the best games released this year. 6. Stray. We all wanted to experience the world of being a cat as a child. Well, Stray brings that to us. You get to play the entire game as a cat. Also do all sorts of things that cats do, like jumping, scratching, and meowing. The stray cat finds himself in a post-apocalyptic cyberpunk city, after getting separated from his family. Humanity has vanished and all they left behind are their robot companions. These robots imitate humans and have a class system which led to the downfall of humanity. With the assistance of a helpful drone, you progress from slums to the upper levels. You have to solve quests, puzzles, and much more. You will find yourself invested in the game within no time. The game is praised for its art design, graphic quality, and storytelling. The game manages to win many major awards, including Best PlayStation Game of the Year, also Best Debut Indie, and Best Independent Game. 5. Cult of Lamb. Cult of Lamb is developed by an indie developer group called Massive Monster. The game was released this year in August for all major gaming platforms and macOS as well. The Gameplay follows the story of a lamb who was saved from death by a supernatural stranger named the One Who Waits. Now the lamb must repay his debts by creating a loyal following for him, hence the name Cult of Lamb. The game was a huge success, selling 1 million copies in the first week of its release. Also won many awards such as Game of the Year, Excellence in Music, Excellence in Gameplay, and many more titles in Australian Game Developer Awards. 4. Sifu. This martial arts brawler has its unique art style. The intro sequence is also very impressive. The players play as the child of the martial art master who wants to avenge their father's death. The game is played from a third-person perspective, having over 150 unique attacks. When players die in this game, they are resurrected magically where they die, several years old and powerful, but with less health, eventually reaching the point of no revival. The game received a good reception and favorable reviews. Sifu sold over 500,000 copies within 48 hours of its release. Also nominated for tags like Best Fighting Game and Best PlayStation Game of the Year. 3. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Kirby, the adorable pink ball of power associated with Nintendo, has many games on every generation of Nintendo. The Kirby game this year, known as Kirby and the Forgotten Land, has revolutionized the Kirby franchise, offering glorified 3D gameplay. The gameplay has always been easy and fun, targeted at children, which have changed in the latest release. Kirby and the Forgotten Land offers much more challenging boss fights with intrinsic level design. This makes them more dedicated to an older audience as well. Kirby launched at number 01 in Japan and UK, becoming the first chart-topping game of the series. It sold around 2 million copies in 2 weeks. By September 2022, the game has successfully sold around 5.27 million copies. Also managed to win awards like Best Family Game and Award of Excellence in Japan. 2. God of War Ragnarok. God of War series is one of the most loved PlayStation exclusives. Gamers had very high expectations regarding God of War Ragnarok, and the Santa Monica Studios title delivered even beyond those expectations. God of War Ragnarok has everything that fans demand from the game. From high-paced action and satiating combat, all of it is flawlessly executed with a well-written, engaging storyline. This game deserves to be on the spot of the best or second best game released in 2022. In the UK alone, Ragnarok sold more copies on the first day than any previous God of War game, and also reached the third spot on charts in Japan in the first week of release. The game was nominated for several awards, and managed to win more than 10 titles, including Best Action Adventure and Best Narrative. 1. Elden Ring. To talk about the number game of 2022, Elden Ring has to be on the top. The hype surrounding this video game has been unmatched. This action role-playing game of the year was developed by From Studio and published by Bandai Namco. Players control a customizable character in a third-person perspective on the journey to repair the titular Elden Ring and become the new Elden Lord. The gameplay is full of fun and interactive elements. Players can roam freely in a beautiful open world featuring lots of locations. Gameplay elements also include combat using various weapons, spells, crafting, and horse riding as well. The game has won several awards, including multiple Game of the Year titles, and sold above 17.5 million copies by October 2022. That summons up the end of the list, and here are our final thoughts on the 2022 top video games releases. This year's game conversation was not very interesting, because gamers already had their eyes on the two most anticipated games, Elden Ring and God of War Ragnarok. Though those two games are the most successful AAA titles of this year, many smaller games practically pulled off the idea of a modern game successfully. Nintendo this year successfully managed to raise the bar for family game standards by launching extremely fun games like Kirby and the Lost Wonderland. 2022 was also a good gaming year for other less popular platforms like virtual reality and mobile gaming. Though the gaming industry industry is still recovering from the effects of the pandemic. Many anticipated games were delayed like in previous years. We can still claim and celebrate 2022 as a good gaming year. If you want to see more gaming-related videos, consider subscribing to the channel for gameplay, unboxing, walkthroughs and much more. If you want to check my previous gaming videos, make sure to check my channel page. Thanks for watching, bye and take care.